Jey Uso isn't feeling so Usy after his latest Instagram story. Jey Uso said this: "If I'm in the gym and I don't know you, don't ask me for a spot." I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't like this at all from Jey Uso. There are some people defending the claim, saying that he doesn't want to be disturbed during his workout, and I understand that. I really do. However, it's gym etiquette to spot someone if they ask you to spot them. Tons of people are saying this exact point, saying that Jey Uso is in the wrong with this one, and I completely agree with that argument. When you exercise at a local gym, this is going to happen. People will need a spot, and they will ask the people closest to them. It ain't that deep. All you have to do is be a good guy, and I really don't like the reaction from him at all because of that. I would understand if he was interrupted by a fan who wanted to get a picture with him or something like that. I understand that would be crazy, and it's totally different, and I feel that. You don't really want someone fangirling over you, asking for autographs and pictures and stuff of that nature, especially during a workout. But when it comes to spotting someone, this is 100% normal, and I think he's overreacting. And for anyone who disagrees, I will assume that you really haven't been to a normal gym or really don't work out, because if you have, you really should know that this is nothing crazy. If Jey Uso does not want to be disturbed at all and doesn't want anyone to ask him to spot them, he needs to go to a private gym or put one in his house or something like that. I don't know. That's my take on the situation. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to see your opinions and perspective. Staying on the topic of the Usos, we have some bad news about Jey's brother Jimmy. He's also not feeling Usy. There's been reports going around stating that he's out of action with an undisclosed injury. There's also no timetable for a return at all when it comes to him and this injury. It seems like there's a lot of injuries going around in the WWE nowadays. You have Jimmy Uso, you have Rhea Ripley, you got Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and Dominic Mysterio. Those are just a few to name that just got injured in the last few weeks. The WWE lost a lot of big names recently due to injuries, and Jimmy Uso being the newest name just makes things even worse, especially considering the Bloodline storyline. Solo turning on Jimmy was a great way to revive the story. Unfortunately, he can't be on TV until he heals up, but who knows? Maybe this isn't so bad because he could get a big pop when he does come back to take down the new Bloodline, especially with Jey and Roman Reigns, so maybe this isn't so bad. In other news, WrestleMania could be headed to London. The mayor of London tweeted this: "London is already the sporting capital of the world. If I'm re-elected next Thursday, we'll go even further. We'll look to bring WrestleMania, Super Bowl, and the NBA to London and put together another bid for the 2040 Olympics." I think it's kind of wild to use WrestleMania as one of your main reasons to tell people to vote for you and re-elect you. But hey, at the end of the day, there's a ton of wrestling fans in London, and it's the WWE. There's a reason that we all watch it. It's because wrestling is cool. Anyways, WrestleMania in London needs to happen. It's something that's been talked about for decades now. The fans have been begging for the show to come over there. Because of this, I could see it being the loudest WrestleMania ever. British fans go crazy for the WWE. If you also add in the fact that it's a WrestleMania, they might lose their minds. Triple H even quote tweeted it saying, "Let's talk." The game is ready to bring WrestleMania to London. The mayor is potentially ready to bid for it, and the fans are dying to see it, so hopefully it happens. I think the only person who doesn't want to see it happen is Grayson Waller. The WWE Draft is tomorrow night, and we might see some old faces. A new report from PW Insider says this: "There are plans to have a number of WWE Hall of Famers present at the draft this Friday on SmackDown. Some of the names include JBL, Teddy Long, and Alundra Blaze." I really don't care too much about JBL because honestly, like, the guy, who cares? It's JBL. We've seen him plenty of times. And also remember that awful run with Baron Corbin? That was actually crazy. I don't know why it just came to me. But anyway, seeing Teddy Long should be a lot of fun. I hope he announces some sort of tag team match for tomorrow night. Also, it would be better if The Undertaker was still somehow an active wrestler, and if he said going one-on-one with The Undertaker, because that was iconic. But unfortunately, The Undertaker is no longer an active wrestler, and he's done and retired. Speaking of The Undertaker, he said something pretty interesting on his podcast recently. He said he would like to see mid-card titles for the women's division. More specifically, he said that there should be a women's Intercontinental Championship as well as the women's United States title. I will have to agree with The The Undertaker on this one. I feel like this would really help the women's division a lot. The women in WWE need more opportunities, and I feel like they need more matches, especially on PLEs. Like, honestly, they got maybe 1 or 2 matches if they are lucky. The best way to do this is by making them fight for a championship, and I think that adding 2 mid-card title belts would be a great idea. If I'm the WWE, I would do this ASAP because it seems like a really, really good idea. Imagine someone like Chelsea Green having the US title. That would be such a fun run. It would be so much fun. And just imagine then maybe someone like Tiffany Stratton and Naomi feuding for the women's IC championship. That sounds like a blast. I don't know why Hunter hasn't booked this yet. So Hunter, please, if you're listening, book it now. And finally, we'll end this video with some new details from Cameron Grimes following his release. The first thing is about how the WWE told him one thing about his job, but clearly it was not the case. He said this: "I was told by a high executive last week on Friday that I would always have a job here in the WWE and I would never have to worry about losing my job here after expressing my concerns like that to him." And then 5 days later, they called me and told me that I do lose the job, so I don't know. That is just messed up. To tell someone that they shouldn't worry about their job security and then just fire them is heartbreaking stuff, especially after 5 days. Like, what were you thinking? I can see why he was so emotional in that video. They really told him less than a week ago something that was not the truth. How are you gonna lie to someone like that? It sucks even more when you consider the fact that the WWE didn't even give him a chance on the main roster. For instance, he thrived in NXT, but he was never given the chance to succeed on SmackDown. Giving him a couple matches since getting called up is not a fair chance at all, and that's what makes this even more disappointing, especially because the WWE seems like the culture has gotten a lot better without Vince McMahon, but then this happens and it just feels like a Vince McMahon move, and a lot of people don't like it. Anyways, Trevor Lee also revealed that a top name reached out to him following the release, and you would not expect who it is. This is what he said. This is gonna sound like weird because of, like, you know, the level of a star he is. You know, it looks like maybe I was like, I don't know how, or whatever word you would say, but you know, Logan Paul actually reached out to me, and I thought that was pretty cool because, you know, I mean, he's a megastar really, and even beyond past wrestling, he reached out to me and said some stuff to me, and you know, that helps me feel good. That honestly is really awesome to see. Logan Paul reaching out to him is a class move. Like Trevor Lee said, Logan's a megastar. He's doing so many different things, and the fact that he took time out of his day to reach out to him is really, really nice stuff. You might hate Logan Paul, and I don't blame you, honestly. He's done some shady things in the past, but you can't deny the fact that he tries to get better, and you can't deny the fact that he really loves this business, the WWE, and he also respects everybody who's involved in it. This is a class move by Logan Paul. Great job. You earned a little bit more respect from me. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you all in the next video.